Hello, welcome to Ian's Bricks. I've been buying more Lego again, Kel Surprise. I've got a few sets here from Lego.com, just the 4 boxes, 2 from Amazon and 1 from John Lewis. A bit of a smaller haul than I would normally do, but these Lego ones are all from the Sega promotion that was out recently. I know how that has since sort of finished and sold, and they've all sold out anyway before the end date. So let's get into the bigger boxes first of all from Lego.com. Okay, let's get the tabs on, have a look and see what is inside this box. These actually came a little while ago, but it's taken me a while to get around to this haul video, so apologies for that. So what do we have? Okay, so what's quite nice is these Sega promotions are quite small and thin boxes, and they fit on the top. I've seen them do this before. So this is the promotion, the promo set that you were able to get for spending over £115, 115, and it's the Sega Sonic the Hedgehog or Sega Genesis controller, Mega Drive if you're outside of the North American area. 40769 is the set number. Really nice little set this. I've got quite a few of these. I thought this was a very good promotional set to have, and they're going quite well on the aftermarket already. So I've got myself another one of those. Now the set in here is in a ready to ship box, and these are always really difficult to get out because they're kind of the same width as the boxes. So let's see if I can get this out without damaging anything. As you know, I'm a big fan of these ready to ship boxes. They do always have the set on the side, so I can read what that is. You probably can't read that from there. Let's get that cracked open and see what we've actually got inside. And we have one of these. I've bought a few of these recently. It's the Medieval Town Square set. Set number is 10332. It's from the Icons range. I really like this set. This is a set I really want to build. I keep saying that every time I open one of these. It really is, and I have to wait and see whether I do end up building one of these, because I do really love how it all looks. These are £199.99 here in the UK, so I did spend quite a bit more than the the buy-in price for the promo set. You're not always going to get sets that cost exactly £115 or 120, but I thought this was a good one. A set that is retiring at the end of this year. I didn't use any of my cashback money or insiders points to reduce the price of this, so I did pay full price for this. However, there was a really good promotion on just for one day. Quidco had 2 offers. Now I don't know whether I've got the first one because it was only for the first 500 people that signed up for it, and it was spend over £150 and you would get a £25 gift card back. So that on its own would be great if I got that. So fingers crossed I've been successful for that. You probably won't find out for a couple of months whether that's worked or not. But also they had 15% cash back generally with Quidco, which basically for this meant about £24-25, something like that. So once that comes through and matures, that on its own is probably going to be worth sort of having. So really nice set. I have to say, the more I look at this set, the more I really just want to crack this open and build it, because it's got loads of detail in it, and I do like this sort of castle and medieval theme that Lego do from time to time. So that is that. Let's get into the next Lego box. Okay, so this is basically another one of these, another set of Sega Genesis controller. So I spent over £115 to get that, and I've gone for 4 of these. And these are the Creator 3-in-1 ukuleles. 31156 is the set number. These are normally £24.99, so just under £25. Now, I've ordered 4 of these in this order, and I did use £20 worth of my insider points to lower the price of these, because I think paying £25 for these recommended retail is probably a little bit high, but paying $20, I'm sort of a little bit happier with that. I like even more off, of course, but I actually really like this. Wasn't wasn't really thinking about getting any of these, but it was Duncan that had this in his top 5 sets to get before the end of the year. And even though I don't think it would be in my top 5, well, it's not. I still like this set. I think it's unusual. They don't do many guitars. They did the Fender guitar a while ago, and that did really, really well. But also the alternate builds are quite nice. Not so sure about the surfboard. That's a bit boring. It looks like an ironing board. But I do like this little smaller one here. And it's just, it's an interesting set. We've got the flowers as well. That appeals to a lot of people. So we'll have to wait and see how this does. But I've got 4 of these in this particular order. Let's have a look at the rest of the boxes to see if they are okay. That one is fine. Box number 3. Yeah, these are all quite good. These are quite nice strong boxes as well in these Creator 3-in-1 sets. They all look very, very good indeed. We did have to buy one more set just to take that price over the £115, and that was a Brickhead. Of course it was. This is the Sadness, Joy and Anxiety from Inside Out 2. Someone commented the other day when I got these, and I said, oh, not sure this was a very, very popular film. Apparently this is one of the highest grossing Disney films ever, or Pixar films, so what do I know about Lego Disney? But I have seen the first Inside Out, but not the second one, so maybe I need to watch this, because it probably is quite a good film. So one of those, they're $17.99. So as I say, 4 of the ukuleles was £100 plus the $17.99. That took it over $115, and then after that, that's when you then take the £20 off Insiders to get your order price reduced a little bit. So we've got 2 more Lego boxes to get into. So I need to move those across a little bit. And it's one of the smaller Lego boxes. Okay, and this is one of the most recent orders that I've placed. And again, another Sega Genesis controller to add to the many that I've got. Now, this is a set that I think I've only got one of these in the past. And it is a set that's retiring. Not one of my favourite Star Wars sets, if I'm honest. It's 75385 Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridea, is that? I've probably pronounced that completely wrong. Now, this is all about the Lego minifigures. The actual play set itself, it's obviously got this function here where you can place the figures in the middle and it all spins around and all that kind of stuff, but there's not really a lot to this. It's basically just a grey board with a couple of things sticking up and the figures, and apparently it's all about this particular figure here, which is the Grand Admiral Thrawn. Is that the blue guy? So apparently that is the most sought after figure in all of these. Possibly maybe this one as well are quite popular. So yeah, I don't know too much about my Lego minifigures. This is normally £50, so not really getting a lot for your money's worth. So again, I decided to use some of my Insider points to reduce the price of this a little bit, because I don't think this is worth £50 even now. I bought 2 of these in this order. Here is the second one. That's the second one there. Both box conditions, very, very good, by the way, so that's good. So I actually took £30 off this order using my Insider points, which means that my buy-in price for both of these was £35 and not £50, which is much better for these particular sets. Say, I've only got one of these up to now, so I don't think I'll be getting too many more unless they're vastly reduced. And we've got one other set as well, because that was £100 I spent, and then of course I've got another one of the Inside Out 2 Brickheads to add to the one I just got from the last order. Right, on to the final Lego.com box, and this one looks as though it's already kind of been opened, so let's get into this one. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so let's do the promo set, get that out of the way first. Another one of those, that's 4 of those I've got in this haul. And in this haul I went for 4 of these here. Now these are in quite flimsy boxes, but they look as though they've survived. It's the Creator Vespa. It's a small version. There's a bigger, much bigger blue version, which is also very, very nice. And I built this set myself, and it's a really nice little set. 40517. They're only £8.99. There is a limit of 5 of these that you can get from the Lego.com website. I actually ordered 5 of these way back in about February or March time. You find after a few months that you can reorder again up up to certain levels. So I quite like this. It's unusual. Little vehicles like this. I've not really done too many of these in the small scale, but I think this could be quite popular because Vespa bikes are good. And also it does go with the other larger Vespa as well. I know that's a blue one, but they kind of go together a little bit. So I've got 4 of these. Let's just check the box quality. They both look very good. That one looks all right as well. So 4 of those. I also got one of these, and it's for another Disney character from Brickheadz, from Turning Red. It's Meilin from the Turning Red Disney Pixar films. 40798 is the set number. Again, this is a film I've not seen. This is the actual character here on the side of the box, and apparently it's a really good film, and apparently I should see it. So people were telling me in the comments last time I got one of these to watch the film, and it is quite a popular film, and people do tend to like these Brickheadz at shows and things as well, so they do sell quite well. So another set that is retiring at the end of this year. And we've got one more set in here, and again I bought a few of these recently, but we have this, and it's the Lego Ideas, the Insects, set number 21342, the Insect Collection, and this is normally £70. I don't think I used any of my insider points for this particular order, so I paid full price for all of the sets in here. So I did pay £70 for this, but I've got a few of these now. We'll have to wait and see how this one does long term. I think it's going to be the most exciting or set, which I don't think it'll go kind of stratospheric once it retires, but I think it could be more popular than I'd probably think it would be. So I wasn't too sure about this. I thought, ooh, insects, who's going to buy insects? But apparently people do tend to like this set. And actually these are reasonable sized builds as well. When they're all built, they are actually quite large. So I got myself another one of those. Right, that is all of the Lego.com boxes out of the way. Shall we get into something from John Lewis next? And normally when I order from John Lewis, I have like loads and loads and masses of big sets, but this is all I got from John Lewis this time. So let's get into this and have a reminder and see what I actually bought. Not very good boxes, these. As you can see, these are very, very flimsy and not particularly strong. So I'm just hoping that the sets inside have survived the journey. It looks as though they're okay. Let's have a look and see what we have. And we've got 2 of these sets here, and you've seen me buy some of these recently. It's the Droideka, and this is set number 75381 from Star Wars. I think the reviews on this set are quite good, but it's £60 normally, and I think the size of the box for £60 not quite worth it. I did a comparison because there was the the sort of the funky chicken with the goggly eyes from Inside Out. No, not from Inside Out, from Moana 2. Same size box, almost same size of pieces. It is a licensed set as well, but that set's £35, whereas this is £60. So there is certainly a bit of a Star Wars tax on this set. Now, John Lewis had these reduced from £60 down to £45. They've been £45 in quite a few places. Amazon have had them at £45 and things like that. But there was another £5. So I had a part of John Lewis, and you get rewards things every now and again, and it was spend over £70 or £80, something like that, and you got £5 off. So that was a bonus to get an extra £5 off them. And I also used my Perks at Work gift cards on this, and I had a little bit of money saved up on those, and I was able to take another £15 off, which means I got a total of £20 off the order. So they should have cost me, if I paid full price, £120. They were down to £45 each, which made it £90, and then I got another £20 off, so it made my order £70. So these are basically £35 each, and if you don't have one of these already, they do roll up into a ball, and yeah, you can roll it along the ground with it all sort of collapsing. So quite a nice thing, and it is one of these sets with a plaque. I think the only thing that lets it down is the sort of smaller Lego built sort of figure, as it were. That's not really very good, but I think the rest of it is not too bad. And at £35, I think that was a very, very good price. And both the boxes, very, very good condition. We've got 2 Amazon boxes. Let's get into this one first of all. Now, I can remember what is inside this one. There's rather a lot of paper in this one. And what have I gone for? Well, I've gone for this Ninjago set, and I have bought one of these recently, and after I bought it I thought I need to get more of these because I actually quite like the look of them. And it's the Ninjago Dragons Rising. It's the Dragon Stone Shrine. You get a few figures in the bottom there. I just quite like how this looks. You get a little play features in the back there. It is a set that's retiring at the end of this year. Don't normally go for Ninjago sets, as you probably well know. This is normally £105, and quite often this is appearing on Amazon for around about 80. So I did buy this for £79.99. I'd like to get a little bit more off that, but I didn't have any gift cards left for my Amazon to reduce that even further. But I think even at £80, I don't think that's too bad for a set like this. I just like how this looks, and yeah, it's I think this could do quite well once it retires. So yeah, I've got another Ninjago set. What are the chances, eh? I normally avoid Ninjago like the plague, but every now and again they do sets which I think are worth buying for investment. Right, one more box to get into, and it's another Amazon box. Let's get this one open, and we have some more of Duncan's recommendations. So part of his top 5 is a set that could do quite well, was this one here. Now, I'd not even looked at this set previously. I didn't even really know it was retiring, but these Wicked sets only came out this year, so very, very short shelf life. Set number 75682. It's the Elphaba and Glinda figures. You sort of get these sort of weird, large sort of figures here. Not quite sure what scale they're supposed to be. I'm assuming, are they prints on their faces? I would hope so. I'm not quite sure whether that's a print as well. Maybe need to look into this a little bit more to see whether these are prints or stickers. That certainly on there looks like it's a sticker, so I'm sure there are some stickers in there, but that is the set. Something a little bit different. Now, I have only bought 2 of these. I didn't go too crazy because I'm not so sure myself as to whether they're going to do well, but I didn't have any of these previously, and I just thought it was something to buy that was a little bit different. Now, these normally retail at just under £50, £49.99, and Amazon had these on at £31.99. So I probably could have done with buying them a little bit cheaper, but it's not too bad. It was around about a third off, and I think for a set like this, which has not got a particularly long shelf life, I think this potentially could do okay. So interestingly, they have a thing on there that says scan inside. I maybe need to have a look at a review of this set on YouTube if there is one, to see if I can find out what the deal is with this, because there does seem to be a little bit more to that. There's a QR code there, so I'm guessing you scan the QR code and something happens. So I wonder if I can scan it from here. Anyway, I'll maybe try that online in a bit and see whether that does anything. So I got 2 of these, only the 2. I think 2 was enough. I didn't want to go too crazy. I just thought it was a good opportunity to get a set that I haven't got that's retiring soon. Not quite sure how the Wicked theme is going to do. Maybe not one of the more popular themes from Lego.com, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, that is everything. So I've got a couple of things behind me. I'm going to move everything onto the table here. That's everything from this haul. I hope you can see everything. There's a little bit of glare on the boxes, but you get the idea. I've been able to display them in a way that you can actually see what's in most of the boxes this time, just because there wasn't quite as much as always. So yeah, some decent deals and discounts on there. I have had better deals and discounts in the past, but I'm always sort of looking for these sets maybe that I don't have too many of. So yeah, just trying to sort of get some different sets. And of course, nice to get some more of those Sega Genesis controllers. I think they're very, very good promo sets that they did. They're already selling quite well on the aftermarket, so they should sell very, very well at shows. A few sets of which I haven't really bought many of so far. Probably the Wicked sets is the first time I bought the Wicked sets, and I've only really bought a couple of the ukuleles before as well. And things like the Dragon Rising, I've only got 1 of those. So yeah, just nice to pick up a few slightly different sets than I normally would. That is pretty much it for this Lego haul. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much for watching. Until the next video, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.